terrible ADC habits and what to do instead. If you're having a bad time as an ADC and don't know how to improve or where to start in order to get better at the game, this can be very frustrating. I know a lot of people struggle with the fundamentals and are therefore not able to get out of the elo because they're doing the same mistakes over and over again. This can be also very tilting for you and your teammates, and in order to prevent this from happening to you, I've put together all the bad habits low elo ADC players make and what to do instead so you can have fun on the bot lane again. Make sure to practice and note down all the steps I mentioned in this video in order to get the best results out of it. Hello everyone, my name is Mario from Climb with Mario, and in this video I summed up the most common mistakes ADC players make. I for myself managed to climb from silver to platinum in just the last 2 seasons, and now I want to share with you the most important tips I learned through pro player coaching so you can climb just as fast as me. So let's get into it. The first habit, and this is actually a very easy thing to do, is to not leash too long. Sometimes it happens that the ADC leashes too long and then comes to the lane a little bit too late. So they miss the first 3 minutes of the wave, which is actually very bad. So this is the first thing you don't want to happen. And besides that, you also want to track the enemy jungler already at the beginning of the game, so you know where the enemy is leashed, so you know where the enemy jungler will be pathing, so you can tell at what time the enemy jungler is on your side of the lane, and therefore maybe get to gank your lane. The second bad habit, and that happens a lot, is not initiate a fight while laning. So you just farm safely in the early levels, you just stay out of the range from the enemy's poke, and you wait for your support to get a nice hook or whatever, and then you can look for a trade, but otherwise you will just keep farming and last hitting, and you don't initiate a fight. That's the job of your support. The next thing is to contest the level 2. So you hit level 2 by killing the first wave and then 3 melee minions. It's very important because the melees give you more XP, so watch out for the first 3 melees of the second wave, because those will give you the level 2, and you want to contest this level up, because if the opponents manage to get the level up first and you don't, it can happen that they just all in you and you can not really do much because they just have an ability more and just a level more, and that's the next thing you should be doing to improve as an ADC. The next tip is that you should always push the wave in completely when you want to take a recall or when you want to place a ward. So always push the wave in completely, so it crushes the enemy turret, so you can safely place a ward or take a recall and then get back to lane in a very good position. And this is also how you lose the least farm. So always, if it's possible, try to do that. If it's not possible, don't force it, but if you have the chance, always try to push in the wave completely before you recall or you place a ward. The next bad habit is to try to defend the tower if they can dive you. So never try to defend the tower if they are in a position to dive you. As you can see here in this clip, I'm staying here because I think I can defend the tower, but this Tryndamere has other plans and he just dives me, so it's not worth it in this case. Always keep in mind, if they can dive you, if they have abilities like, for example, the Q of Master Yi, where he can reset the tower aggro and stuff like that. So always be thinking about, are they able to dive you, and if they can, then just don't try to dive the tower, even if they get platings, even if they get the turret. It's still better than if they get turret and the kill. So try to not defend a tower if you are diveable. The next tip I have for you guys is to either keep farming or team fighting. So in the mid to late game, you never want to stop farming, so you want to keep farming every time it's possible. But you also want to be at the team fights if there are important team fights, because you are the main damage dealer of your team, so you want to be there. But always think about this early enough so you can decide whether you go to a side lane and farm the minions, or you join the team fight and go with your team. Because, for example, if you are split pushing like me on the bot lane and just farming while your team is fighting in mid, and you stop farming and go mid while your team is fighting, but they are already dying. So when you arrive there, let's say 3 people are already dead. You can't do much to help your team there, so in this case you just stay bot and farm what you can. And if you want to fight with the team, be there early. And yeah, always think about this early enough so you don't have to hesitate afterwards and then maybe do some bad decisions. And the last thing, and this is maybe even the most important thing you want to be doing in order to improve at your ADC game, is the positioning in teamfights. So you always want to be in a good position so you don't get one shot, or you get CC'd, so they can easily just kill you. You always want to stay at the side of the team fight and attacking. So you always want to be attacking the next enemy possible. You don't want to go in for the ADC or the APC or whatever. You just want to attack the nearest target. Even if it's not the target that deals the most damage, you just want to deal the most damage possible in the fights, and you also want to stay alive. So that's always very important. You have to stay alive and you have to deal damage in order to have an impact on the game and on the team fights. And as you can see in this example, because of my positioning, I managed to survive this fight, deal a lot of damage, take the dragon, and this is what you always want to be looking for. This is very, very important, because that's your main job, to survive the team fights, to make the most damage possible, and then take objectives, take turrets, take the inhibitor, and finally take the nexus. So yeah, these are the terrible ADC habits you want to look out for, and what you should be doing instead in order to improve at the game. So if you learned anything at all from this video, or even if it just made you smile here and there, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, let me know which tip was the most helpful for you, and also you can also tell me with what you are struggling in the game, so I can make a video on that. And yeah, also remember to hit the subscribe button, of course, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos, because I'm dedicated to upload videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday until I finally make it up to Challenger. But for now, I'm tuning out, guys. Have a nice day. See you soon. Bye.